We're back. We waited almost an hour. Now is our chance to really put the pressure on our panelists. Time for their predictions. Chuck Todd, what do you see coming?
A little bit of a small superdelegate surge for Obama. Not a big one like was predicted right after March 4th had he won Texas, but a very small one, trickles, that by the time of the Pennsylvania primary will make it so that his current superdelegate total of 218 will possibly be as high as 240, 245, and almost where he pulls close to even with Clinton in superdelegates.
You know, it's interesting. I've talked to Obama advisors who say there's a lot of support among the supers privately, but they don't want to pull the trigger. How much pressure is there to get them out one by one to start saying that they've defected? Or at least made up their minds? I
think that's it. In some ways, they have a better shot at getting them one by one and having them trickle out. Ironically, the more this gets personal, and this, frankly, if it is seen that the Clintons are using the Reverend Wright issue in a way that's unfair to Obama by some of these superdelegates, that's actually the easier way they're going to lure these people out.
Patrick, prediction time.
If Obama gets the nomination, which I expect he will move quickly to hedge and qualify his commitment to pull all 16 all combat brigades out of Iraq in 16 months. I think he'll have to do it just as Samantha Powers predicted.
Interesting. He'll have to because he's going to read the tea leaves of the general electorate.
I think you don't want to hard and fast deadlines for withdrawal that soon are just not good politics. Conservative Democrats, some of those folks that won in 2006, will move against him if he doesn't do it. He'll use terms like responsible that Hillary has been using and others, but he will qualify that.
Interesting, and we know we're going to hear from David Petraeus in early April, early next month. Then the president will make a decision on troop levels or leave them the way they are. Harold, what does your crystal ball say tonight?
In spite of all of the obvious fighting between the Democrats for the nomination, I think the Dem 527s will begin early, sooner than later, to define John McCain. It was said yesterday that he will seek to reintroduce himself, John McCain, that is, in the coming days. But I think you will see an effort right behind that to define him as the conservative he is and how wrong he has been on certain issues that relate to the future of this country. So the Dem 527s will start sooner rather than later.
Let me ask you this, though, Harold. Sum up the mood of the electorate right now. If you think it might be too facile for Republicans to try to paint Barack Obama as a liberal based on his voting record, do you think tying McCain to Bush will also be seen as a bridge too far? This guy's got a long record as a maverick who stood up to this Bush administration and stood up to George Bush.
And force him to be who he is what Democrats are going to ask. Is he the Republican that sides with George Bush on Monday, or is he a maverick on Tuesday? If indeed we want a president who's consistent, who's firm, and who's going to lead the country in a different direction, you can't have one who's one way on Monday and a totally different way on Tuesday. That's what they will seek to show and begin to show that Democrats are more unified than I think some suggest.
Rachel, before your prediction, you've talked about this with regard to McCain before, the fact that he courted conservatives before he found that wasn't working for him as kind of an establishment candidate. Does he have more room here to evolve to try to get away from George Bush?
Well, I think that we're seeing him get closer and closer to George Bush. I mean, my prediction today is that when we have that John McCain speech tomorrow on Iraq, we're going to see him defend and reiterate that 100 years in Iraq statement. I think he's going to stand up for that. He's made a couple of confusing statements about if we're not taking casualties, we can leave, and also if we're not taking casualties, we can stay forever. He had that repeated misstatement about al-Qaeda. He's got to shore up his pro-war, continuing the Bush legacy, stay the course, Bush third term line that I think that he's not going to run away from. I think he's going to run right with that all the way through the general.
All right, Chuck, quick comment on the politics of Iraq and how a prolonged presence in Iraq and those troops plays if you cut across this in the general election.
Well, I think that at some point that McCain may try to define victory. You know, the thing that's never been done very well by the Bush administration is defining victory. And if he can figure out a way to do that and then frame a debate around that, he has a chance to win this argument. But unless he figures out a way to define victory that the average independent voter who is against the idea of going to war in the first place but doesn't want us to lose, then he's going to have a real problem winning this Iraq argument.